Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make are Italian chocolate chip cookies. Now, there are a lot of different Italian cookie chocolate chip recipes out there. So if you don't particularly like this one, I have several other Italian cookie recipes also on my channel, so do check it out. This produces a really delicate, almost melt in your mouth, light chocolate chip cookie. I think you're really going to like them if you give them a try. So let's get started. We're going to start off first with 1 cup or 2 sticks of butter. And I went ahead and I cut it up into little pieces because I do believe it's easier to cream and to break up. So I'm just going to put this in my mixing bowl here and start to break that up. Now you can make these cookies with your hand mixer also if you prefer. So just spend a few minutes creaming that butter. You're also going to be putting in a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. So put that in with your butter. Till it's all combined and smooth. And I'm just going to clean the sides of my bowl here a little bit. So I can do that. These cookies are really quick to put together and bake. They really are. Okay, what we're also going to be putting in is a teaspoon of vanilla. So beat that in until it's combined. We're going to be putting in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to put that into my flour, and you're going to need 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to start putting that in. And then what I like to do is I just put about 1/2 of the flour in. Then I go ahead and I put in, excuse me, a 1/4 cup, I'm sorry, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And then with a spoon or a fork, just blend that cornstarch into the rest of your flour. So that was a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And then just start beating it in till it starts to form a cookie dough. I'm going to raise my speed a little bit. Okay, and I put the rest of my dry in. And now I'm just going to raise it up to bring it all together. The speed. Okay. Get my paddle out of here and take some of the excess cookie dough here. Now you're probably going to get about 2 dozen cookies out of this. It really depends how big you want to make your cookies. You are going to bake them at 350 degrees, and they are going to take you anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to bake up. You'll want the edges to become a golden brown and a light golden brown on the cookie, but not too dark. Well, here we have the cookie dough. It's an extremely light, buttery cookie dough. And what I like to do is I went ahead and did this ahead of time. I just filled a large pastry bag with a large star tip. Now you can use whatever type of tip that you prefer, but just take your cookie dough and, as I said, fill your pastry bag up with it. Let me set that aside. And of course you can use parchment paper on your tray, or I like to just lightly spray my tray just a little bit. And then what you'll want to do is just actually bring your cookies out into a swirl. It depends how tall you want to make them. And you know, place them a couple inches away from each other. They're going to spread, but they're not going to spread too much. And again, you're going to bake them at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. Do check on them. I like to start checking mine after about 12 minutes or so, because as we do realize, all ovens set up so differently. These that are making on the tray, I'm just making them a little bit bigger than the ones I'm going to show you in a moment. But you can see they'll come out very pretty. Now, what you will do is you use maybe less than a half of a cup, depending again how many chocolate chips you want to put in. You can also use the mini chocolate chips. I'm using the regular size ones because I think that they're pretty, but traditionally they do use the little mini chocolate chips, and then I just arrange them on the top of the cookie. Again, it's up to you. How many do you want to put on? That type of thing of your milk chocolate chips here. And as I said, it's a really quick and very easy recipe to make. And these cookies, they come out just really, really delicious. So there we go. I just topped off with the chocolate chips, and I do want to show you what they look like once they're baked up. And this is how they're going to come out. Again, I made these smaller than the ones that I actually put on the tray that are going to be put in the oven in a little bit. But they'll bake up to a nice golden brown around the ridge of the bottom of the cookie, a fairly light gold all over the top of the cookie, and a nice golden brown on the bottom. And then when you break them open, they're going to be extremely delicate, and as I mentioned, they will melt in your mouth. What a great cookie with a cup of coffee, cup of tea, that type of thing. Well, there you have it. A recipe for Italian chocolate chip cookies. Give this recipe a try, and if you do and you like it, leave a comment because I'd like to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.